Get the car ready, Alfred. I'm going to get some answers from Selina.
You did what you had to do.
The grapple gun, shock pucks, smoke bombs, basically everything that wirelessly connects to the central network.
He most certainly would have moved against Gordon and the GCPD.
Well, to be honest, I'd rather have working bat tech right now.
Perhaps the GCPD have regained control of the streets.
Possibly. But there haven't been any notable confrontations or arrests.
Why would she do this? Well, I'm sure she does. One shouldn't be pastier than his English butler. It truly saddens me. The home of the Wayne family for generations.
Maybe the manor's legacy is best forgotten, along with my father's.
Bruce, this house didn't only belong to your father. This place holds so many memories and has been part of so many lives. Well, there's plenty else to keep our minds occupied. The Wayne who built it was a good man, just like the Wayne who lives here now.
The device she stole, it's a prototype. It's an upgraded version of the Bat computer's hacking capabilities, a portable version.
That, combined with Catwoman's considerable skills, what could she be planning?
Well, I think that's pretty clear. Selina's a thief. With this key, she could steal anything from anywhere. No vault would be safe.
Yes, well, she does strike me as quite ambitious.
It might be another errand for the children of Arkham. With this, Selina could buy her way off Lady Arkham's hit list once and for all.
I'd hope she wouldn't work with them again, not after all they've done. If that key were to fall into Lady Arkham's hands, the possibilities are frightening.
She wants my attention. What, it's the only explanation. She has to know that I can track any bat tech.
Well, a phone call would have sufficed.
Not for her.
I know you admire her, but, I suppose there is no honor amongst thieves. Is she that cold-hearted? That selfish?
The prototype she stole. It's an upgraded and portable version of the Bat computer's hacking capabilities.
This may be more than a simple heist. I imagine she has something specific in mind for that key. I suppose we'll find out soon. That key is far too dangerous in Miss Kyle's hands, especially with Lady Arkham still at large.
Unless they're pulling in their resources, preparing themselves.
Maybe that was defeat enough for her. She may have moved on. But you won't give up, always letting you down, even those whom you admire. Perhaps if you... Well, who knows what else Harvey might have done had you not stopped him. Surely Gordon's safety was worth the loss of a few gadgets. Well, you can't have everything, Bruce. Besides, not only that. Yes, I fear you're right. You made the right choice. Besides...
I think this is all part of a bigger plan. The children of Arkham are still out there, and Lady Arkham.
She lost her staunchest supporter when you defeated Penguin. Perhaps she's lying low. Bruce!
Uh-huh.
Are you all right?
I have to find her before she does something drastic. But Lady Arkham, she's still out there somewhere. Harvey may be behind bars.
Bruce, you've barely slept in days. You need time to recover. You're wearing yourself down. You can't save the city if you don't take care of yourself. A spot of tea would be just the thing. Please, Bruce. Please, just for a moment.
I don't have time to rest, Alfred. She needs to be stopped.
And we won't be able to stop her if you work yourself to death.
Okay. All right. Just for a moment.
At least take a moment. Very good.
Just thinking the same thing. I could use a break.
Some tea?
Sounds perfect. Well, I can't find Lady Arkham unless we get it up and running. All right. Break's over.
Bruce,
Back to work. Yeah, what is it, Alfred?
I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Something that's been on my mind. If you indulge me. Very well.
What's on your mind? I'm sorry, Alfred, but we have work to do.
Of course.
Fine, but make it quick, please. We need to figure out her next move. Tapping into the Wayne Enterprises network gives us power to track Children of Arkham activity anywhere in the city. Now, we're the ones watching them.
It seems they've calmed down a bit.
Lady Arkham took out everyone involved in the Arkham cover-up. Everyone but me.
She does seem determined to make you pay for your father's crimes.
And there's no way she's going to let that rest. As long as I'm free, she's not finished.
As barbaric and irrational as that is.
Vicky Vale, mid-30s, reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
To think she was here, in the manor. She gave nothing away of her true nature then.
The Gazette's records of the articles written by Vicky Vale.
It's a list. Gotham buildings that use Wayne Tech security systems.
It's a list of targets.
City Hall, Arkham Asylum, GCPD headquarters, Gotham First National. It's almost every landmark in the city.
What do we have here? They did more than just look at these schematics. Every building in Gotham with the Wayne Tech security system can be accessed from here and remotely controlled. She was looking into Arkham patients, reviewing records, checking submissions, prior histories. She was trying to figure out who was actually sick and who was committed because of Hill, Falcone, and my father. Vicky embraced this identity to follow through on her twisted crusade.
Not unlike Batman.
I just need to find her.
After seeing that video of your father drugging Esther Cobblepot, I can see why she might have gained more followers.
My father's crimes created an army willing to burn Gotham to the ground. It's my responsibility to put an end to it. Let's see what Oswald was doing while he sat in my chair.
Master Cobblepot's sense of humor hasn't changed much since you were boys.
Can we just see what he was doing? Penguin was tapping into surveillance systems across Gotham. Any building using Wayne Tech security could be spied on from the CEO's office.
How is that any different than the back door into the Wayne network that Oswald uncovered?
It's not. Unless... Hold on. If Oswald was the brawn, Vicky is the brains. So let's check her file. She may have left clues about what she was using Oswald's access for. Oswald altered several public records using the Wayne network. Let's find out. Well, no surprise here, Oswald wiped away any trace of his criminal records. His background is completely fabricated.
He was enrolled at Cambridge? Ridiculous. An insult to the British educational system.
Calm down, Alfred. I'm sure the board realizes by now that they were fooled. Oswald manipulated my records as well.
It would appear your degree was in sociology?
And my medical records.
There are some, well, colourful diseases.
Annoying, but not hard to fix.
That's better.
Wait. What's this? Oh, Oswald certainly wasn't very frugal with my money.
You have a few yachts to return, it appears.
Also explains how the children of Arkham had a seemingly endless supply of guns. Oswald was using Wayne money to arm them. Oswald was trying to buy an island.
What on earth for?
Looks like he was using his new legal control of Carmine Falcone's assets and likeness to brand the place. Make it some kind of tourist attraction.
He was going to call it
Falcone Island. We need to figure out Lady Arkham's next move.
Of course.
We're onto something. There are too many possible targets to know, and when she does, we'll find her. The same way she spied on Gotham while Oswald was sitting in my chair.
Less break-ins and druggings tied to the children.
I think this could be the calm before the storm. The prototype she stole. It's a sort of electronic skeleton key.
The device she stole, it's a prototype. It's an electronic skeleton key.
Thanks, Alfred. We're not the only ones that took a hit while Mayor Dent was in power.
Well, at least...
A list of buildings is something, but without a way to break through that security.
Seems a bit of a dead end.
But Oswald was CEO. No one has more access to Wayne Tech than he did.
A good point. Perhaps there's something to learn from his time as CEO. Is it Lady Arkham?
Speaking of... No, it's...
Bruce, you there? It's urgent. One of the Bat prototypes has been stolen.
By Lady Arkham?
Not quite. I'm patching you the feed now.
The Bat computer barely runs, and worse, none of my gadgets are going to work out in the field. It's going to make tracking down Lady Arkham a hell of a lot harder.
These last few weeks, I worry about the toll they've taken on you. Bruce...
The only thing we do know is that she moved on from her plan to poison the city. It's an electronic skeleton key.
It's an electronic skeleton key.
Computer visual. With it, you could bypass any security system made by Wayne Tech.
With it, you could bypass any security system made by Wayne Tech.
Your administrative access to Wayne Enterprises should have been reinstated by now, along with your title of CEO. Even those who loved you most. Perhaps that's for the best.
I don't blame you for what happened, Alfred. You did the best you could in an impossible situation, and it helped to make me the man I am today.
Thank you, Bruce.
You couldn't have stopped my father, and if you tried, he would have just killed you.
You're probably right.
But our work isn't done. Besides, I need you now. Well, I guess we'll never know. We've got work to do. Whose fault it is doesn't matter, Alfred. What does is that we stop them.
And I failed. I suppose I shall have to carry that with me for the rest of my life.
You're right, Alfred. You could have done something, and if you had, things might be different now. But I guess we'll never know.
It's a burden I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. Everything that happened, I could have stopped it. This is my fault. All of it. I told you I wanted to leave. But if only I had the guts to do something instead. If I'd stopped Thomas, none of these horrors would have occurred. Lady Arkham, Oswald, even Harvey. I'll have to carry that with me for the rest of my life. You even forgave me for it.
I'm glad you didn't try to stop him. You would have had to kill him and become a murderer yourself. You wouldn't be the man who made me what I am.
And me.
We've got work to do, because you didn't have the guts. And not in the public record, her true name, Victoria Arkham.
Her mask inspires fear.
With Penguin gone and my CEO access restored, I can finally log into Wayne Enterprises and see exactly what Oswald was doing during his time in charge.
Lieutenant Gordon will be out of action for a while, but he'll survive, thanks to you.
Vicky was interested in which Gotham landmarks had Wayne Tech security systems, and as CEO, Oswald could have helped her disable those systems.
Where would Vicky hope to gain access?
Almost anywhere in Gotham. He also erased something from Vicky's research at the Gazette.
Well, that's certainly suspicious.
I can't tell what was removed from here, but Wayne Tech leaves a trace when it alters data, one the Bat computer can decode. Let's take another look at Vicky's Gazette files. Now that we know how Oswald manipulated Vicky's records, the Bat computer should be able to... There. No more holes.
What is it Miss Vale wanted to hide?
Vicky was digging deep. Gotham City records, Freedom of Information requests, posts to conspiracy forums. All to find this record isn't complete.
You're right. There are notable gaps between entries.
This record wouldn't be easy to alter. Seeing what Oswald was up to could give us a fresh perspective. Their symbol dates back much farther than their terrorist activity. Until they found a leader Gotham couldn't ignore. The Children of Arkham. They formed to get justice for those wronged at Arkham Asylum. But the message fell on deaf ears. She may have left clues about what she wanted to use Oswald's access for.
But I don't feel I completely deserve your faith.
If I cross-reference that with all the data we have on Vicky Vale, we might be able to figure out the Children of Arkham's next move. But without a man inside Wayne Enterprises, she can't unlock that door remotely. She'll have to get her hands dirty.
All mention of her birth name, Victoria Arkham, is completely gone. But I told you I wanted to leave your father's employ. If I'd done something all those years ago... What? But Lucius locked everything away.
Well, he needed a better lock.
But yet, it doesn't seem she ever left the Gazette's employ. So what was she doing in that time? You're right, sir. Of course.
And Alfred, let Lucius know what's happened.
Your mother, she wanted that. Wanted to put an end to his crimes. If I'd helped her, she had nothing to do with it. In fact, once she learned what Thomas was doing, She did her best to put an end to it. Perhaps if I'd helped her... Your mother, Martha.
Most of my tech isn't working. It's going to take time to get everything up and running again. If it gets running again. Well, at least the Bat computer's still working, despite Penguin's best efforts.